Okay. And I'm going to try to explain this as best that I can. I didn't know how to do a Facebook Live or a YouTube Live, so I'm just going to try to upload this video and see how that goes. So we all know child's games, right? The games we knew growing up, things that were taught to us, things that have been passed down, different games that we played, and my opinion, all the childhood games that I can think of, like I only got a few on here, but I'm sure if I think of more and put them out on paper, the connections that I can make with that, it would just keep going and going. So first off, I discussed before the light and the dark side of the moon, or the left side, right side of the brain. Anyways, so if it was backwards, right? Left side, right side, or right side to left side. And the saying, right as rain. Right as rain. So if this is supposed to be your good side, if it was reversed, just a thought. Anyways, so your id, or it, you know it, you're it, I is it, or stop it. To the games, childhood games. So CATS CRADLE, CATC, CRADLE. Palm of your hands. And then you have the different strings, almost like puppet. Just saying. I know this sounds silly. Okay, it does not. Hopscotch. Right? Now, I had to look up to see what was the original, when you draw it out on concrete, what the pattern was. It's almost like a dance, right? And yeah. I believe the one I originally looked up went to 8. However, pretty sure it's supposed to go to 10. But it might just be 8. So in runes, if you were to look up the different stances for when you do the hopscotch, like 1 leg, 2 legs, 1 leg, 1 leg, 2 legs, or whatever, right? And then Celtic dancers, or Irish or Scottish dancers, how they have their hands raised above their head, okay? And then their legs are out, in as they hop around. And I believe they also do it with swords as well for certain ones, and it's an X that they're hopping in and out of. But anyways, go back to hopscotch. That's a game that we're taught as children, right? And it's like a dance. So what's a dance for? Not 100% sure, but I was just thinking, 1, 1, 2, 1, like in place, apart, in place, apart, whatever. Anyway, so I got to this 5 for some reason, and I've always done my 5s like this with a little dash. For some reason, I have no idea why, but that's just how I learned to do it. So in my opinion, 5 equals V, right? Roman numeral. And then the S minus 1. You get rid of that. And equals 0 minus 1 in half. Now, I don't know if this makes sense or not, but to me it does. And equals C, or C. But that's the open half. Or you got S over here, 2 parts, 2 equal parts. half in the other equals 0. Oh, there's so many other games. Even card games too. Crazy Eights, Go Fish, and things like that. The recent one they had out, I don't really watch anything on the television anymore, but I do remember Squid Game was out. So I'm just seeing it, how it can be rearranged or placed. C, Q, Q. So is that similar to, but it's like the opposite side. C, Q, U, I, D. ID. And we all have IDs. And by the way, when we get when we're born, we get a birth certificate, and on the birth certificate is a it's basically to say that, I'm not gonna full right say like you're owned, but maybe. But everybody gets one, and then later on you get your social insurance number, or whatever part of the country or part of the world you're in, you get a specific number. Anyway, so going back to like the hopscotch, the dance, right? I think it's Shiva as well. She has her stance. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad, but saying stop, right? We put our hands up, or we raise one hand or both hands. And for peace, again, the rune, supposedly. The saying, we speak therefore, or, well, it's originally, I speak therefore, blah, blah. But if you say we speak, therefore we are, then we can be transformed many different ways. And if you use the runes, right? And then the saying, save the bees. I believe that's important. Again, with CATS CRADLE, what's in your palm of your hands. And nautical stars. Naughty. Seal. Star. Not necessarily. Okay. On to the next one. We're at 8 minutes. Okay. London Bridge secure place on A. And I got that there. I don't know if that makes sense. I know somebody had a name. I think it was Cheesy Monkey or something like that. And C, H, easy, and H. 2 X's side by side, possibly. That's the whole idea of Knight of the Round Table. Almost like instead, Knight of the Circular Table. Oh, and when they have the tables that extend, they put the little leaflet in the middle of the table. I think they call it a leaflet. Oh, this part was fun. Sacral. Hips do not lie. If you look at the bone, right? Almost looks like a butterfly. Sacral. It's placed as I feel. However, I believe it should be we feel. But then we feel, you can break down me elf, or me leaf. Leaf, cover. I don't know if that goes back to like an Eden thing. Nothing. Remember the saying, nothing rhymes with orange. So I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. Or, and G. orangey. Oh me. I don't sound silly. Trying to breeze through this. Okay, on to the next. When it comes to bodies, let's say this is the uterus, right? And you have your ovaries on the side. Almost looks like a face. Men, they build a lot of phallic things, like a rocket ship trying to escape. My interpretation, it's your nose, your eyes closed, third eye, and then actually the halo would be above that. Just saying. When they say the Oval Office, instead of circle office, which I found strange, but it's almost like a sack or egg. And then the symbol for sun, gold, circle with a dot in the middle. And then I was thinking over here, right, if we're male and females, right, X's and Y's, and let's say this is Earth. We're all in here, kind of like little bits of information in there, and the Earth, right? And the men are trying to actually do the opposite. They're trying to exit. Almonds, almond, all worlds, seeds, your eyes, these you. If you think about it as like a sunflower or sun, the rays coming out, sun's rays send information. Your eyes are, what they say, the window to the spirit, or something like that. Let you say it. Let you say it. Universe, one verse. I turn that upside down. V am not AI. Cells replicate. And there's many different, if you look it up, there's many different patterns and stuff like that when it comes to replication of cells or stuff like that. Cells, I don't know if they look similar, almost like the whole idea about this is that cells replicate, so they go outward, right? So whatever's on the inside ends up looking like whatever's on the outside, and it just keeps going. Almost like the whole idea of the nesting doll. I'm not going to say anything about countries because I don't want to get flagged or anything, but yeah, it starts off in the middle and it just expands up, but it replicates. The energy's got to go somewhere. And they say cell phone, delivers information. Symbol for sun, right? Gold, or your solar plexus. Pardon me. Let me focus here. And focus. Okay.